Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Canadian Retro. I'm going to be taking you down to the garage here really shortly. We're doing the teardown today of the HP machine that we're going to be using for this build. It's the Media Center PC. What it has in it, which I'll discover as I'm going through it here, is a PentiumD processor, which I'm trying to see if that's going to work out for Windows 98. And I'm also deciding whether or not I want to try to slam dual boot type of thing on this system and see if I can get XP going on it too. So we're going to see what happens in regards to that when we get to that part of it, but that is a far ways down the road, as today we are just going through the teardown of this machine. So let's head on down to the garage and I'll see you down there.
All right, this is not a professional deconstruction by any stretch of the imagination here. I am not one of these computer guys. I'm just getting into this, so I am amateur at best. I have put together a few computers in my day, but we're going to take this one apart and hopefully not destroy anything in the process. So here we go. I'll probably fast forward through some of this as I'm doing it, but this is basically the teardown. I'm going to thoroughly clean everything. That's sort of the master plan. And of course, I'm having trouble with the first cable. Come on, baby. I'll get you later. This cable right here is for the Media Center portion of it. That's for the additional drive bay. So I don't know, that's the connector for it. It's super proprietary. I'll show it to you in a second here. I can kind of see it from the inside. I don't think it's just like a standard kind of connector. So we'll probably won't be using that bay, but it might be a spot where we can put something, although again, this is just a little unusual to me. Let's see if I can finagle this out of here. There we go. Just a little more on it. There we go. So you can see like it had, well, that's its power, and it just basically uses a that old style USB that you'd hook up to like a printer. This is another sort of connector. I'm assuming that's the data line that goes into the drive that will go in there. But again, it's fairly proprietary. Cool part is I can just basically unplug that. I don't really need that bay for anything special. Maybe I can fit something else in there because this seems to be screwed in. So we're gonna end up taking that apart, and hopefully this video will act as a way of me remembering how to put everything sort of together here as well, if I need to back up, because it has a few things that, you know, I'm not too overly familiar with. And keep all my screws kind of in the right spots here as well. Alright, so just so you can see some of the progress here, I got the two DVD drives out. That took a little bit of figuring out. Obviously I had to take the front panel off. Kind of a noober mistake on that. This is the tray for holding the hard drive. Obviously there's no hard drive in there right now, but still cool. I've also partially, not fully, disconnected the front panel section. Kind of a interesting design, but you can see everything's sort of dusty, so I'm dealing with that. Obviously first, right now I'm just working away on getting the video cards out of here as gently as possible. so I can get a little more access to what's going on here. But essentially I've gotten all of this out, other than this guy. And that's where I'm working at it. You can see the inside of the front panel if you're interested. Just like, you know, plasticky buttons kind of thing. There's that expansion drive bay right there. And as well as that sort of where that media kind of thing goes right there. All those parts of it. And then obviously your two drawers, kind of neat little flip design there on that. But that's that part of it. This is also that expandable drive tray. But again, fairly useless in this machine because I don't have that hard drive, nor would I really want to necessarily use that, or whatever drive goes in there. I'm not even sure if it is for a hard drive, but it's very proprietary if it is, because it has certain connectors. So I'm just going to continue carrying this apart, and hopefully we can take a look at the components here at the end. All right, we'll stop there and take a look for a second here at this, what is this, the NTSC 26552. This is the Win TV from Hauppauge. I think that's the name, 2005. So that's kind of like a capture card. I mean, they went on to make capture cards, right? So this is sort of maybe one of the first ones out there that, you know, was able to have that capability. So it would take antenna in and TV in, FM in, S-video in, and all that kind of thing, and then you could play it on your computer. So pretty cool card right there. Definitely going to try to put that into the system. If it works with Windows 98, I don't know. That remains to be seen. Pulling out this other card here. This is a graphics card of some kind. I'm sure it's just like the HP one, really dirty, so I'm gonna have to clean everything up. That's why I'm taking everything apart here before I do anything, but it's made by Asus. Not a lot of information on there that I can tell you about it, but you know, it has composite out, S-video out, and DVI out. One of the other ones here has a card that I'm more interested in, I think, than this one, and it has VGA and DVI, I believe, on it. So hopefully I could get that card working with this system. I don't need anything super beefy for what I want to be playing. Even though it's a Windows 98 machine, it's going to be sort of lower style of things that I'll be playing. So that's just where that is. I'm going to continue tearing this apart, and we'll see where we get ourselves here. All right, so what this machine has is actually 2 gigabytes in it of DDR2 RAM. This is a 1 gigabyte stick right here. It seems like it can operate multi-channels because they seem to be populating the 2 blue RAM slots here. So 1 gigabyte DDR2 RAM. So I won't be able to use both of these sticks in this machine because I believe that Windows 98 only supports up to 1 gig. And this stick is the exact same. So you've got 2 gigabytes there of DDR2. So that's pretty cool. Like I said, when I'm buying these machines, I'm looking at the components in them just to see like which things it comes with. You know, I saw the RAM in there, and then honestly, any RAM these days for older machines, you know, it's worth the $20 kind of thing that I put into this, or 18 or whatever it was. So that's where we're at right now. I don't know if I'm gonna tear this down, obviously, and repaste this. I don't have any paste right now, so I'll have to get to that. a little later. Otherwise, I'll end up changing the CMOS battery. It could be good, but I'll just put a brand new one in there. Let's see here. I have some of those around. As far as taking this apart, though, I'm not really going to be doing that. I'm not going to be taking the board out of it or anything. I'm just going to clean everything up. I don't think I need to do a complete and total tear down of it. I'm almost there anyways, but yeah, I think that's going to be pretty good there, and it's just a matter of figuring out how to plug everything back in after I clean it out. It's not overly dirty, but there is some dust in there, and I can see it like down in here, so I do have to clean that out. But like I said, I'm not going to do that till I have some thermal paste to put on there as well. So that is the not completely professional teardown of this particular machine. Here we go, the HP Media Center PC M7350N. So that's the internals of that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else of general kind of interest. There is the media card up here, but I think I'm just going to leave that in where it is. I don't necessarily, I think it's just one screw, but I'll just leave it for now. Because it isn't really dirty or used or anything or dusty inside. I've already checked it out. So other than that, I'm just going to basically blow this out, put some paste in there, reassemble it. We'll see what kind of chip is specifically in there. Once we do that, we're going to put it back together, rebuild everything, and see how it runs. Don't have the thermal paste just yet, but I am going to take this off. We'll take a look here. Shouldn't be too hard to get a look at it. I'm not going to take the chip out and mess with it or anything, but we'll see if we can get this unscrewed. I probably should get a little longer of a screwdriver to properly get in here, but we'll see if I can do it with this first. All right, so after cleaning that up a little bit, we can see this is an Intel PentiumD 2.0 gigahertz. Sorry, my mistake. Not megahertz, that would be quite a bit older. So that's the chip that's in there. I'm not going to pull that out of there for the time being. This particular board, I'd have to look into it specifically to see if I can pop one of those Pentium 4s in there. I'm not sure if the pins would fit, if this is a compatible board with that. It might be. I have to look this board up. What I can see here, it says PSLP-LE Rev 1.05. So I'm going to have to look that up later to see what kind of chips this could take. So if that Pentium D does not, is not really good for Windows 98. Again, I have to look into that. Again, like I said, this is an amateur kind of way of doing this, but we'll have to see, if that one will actually be decent for Windows 98. So that's where I am right now with the teardown. I have to clean all this stuff up because it's fairly dusty, especially like this, the separator or the heat sink kind of thing. It needs to be cleaned up, and it's pretty mega dusty. Not the dustiest thing considering its age, but the fans need to be cleaned out, that kind of thing. So I'm going to get into that. They seem to spin like really well, so they're not gunked up or anything. So we're in pretty good business right here, that's for sure. And I'll be jumping into what I'll end up putting back into this machine in the next video. So thank you everybody for watching. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all later.